More than 13 billion years ago, there were no planets, no life, and no humans to ask questions. There was only a young, expanding universe where matter, energy, space, and time began an extraordinary journey. From that early chaos, everything we know slowly emerged. For thousands of years, humans believed everything must exist for a predetermined purpose. The stars, nature, and our own lives seemed to be parts of a story already written. But modern science began revealing a completely different perspective. As we understood the universe more deeply, we discovered no evidence that galaxies, stars, or planets were created specifically for humanity. Earth is not the center of reality, but a tiny world floating in an almost endless cosmic ocean. This discovery once made many people feel humanity was insignificant. But there is another way to see it. In such a vast and silent universe, the fact that lifeless atoms could combine to create thinking beings is something extraordinary. The atoms that make up our bodies did not appear mysteriously. They were created inside ancient stars, released through supernova explosions, and after billions of years became planets, oceans, living organisms, and eventually human beings. The strange thing is that the universe does not need to know it exists. A star does not understand that it shines. A galaxy does not know it moves. But through the human brain, the universe created a way to observe and understand itself. But this understanding leads to a deeper question. If everything is made of matter following natural laws, where do our thoughts and choices come from? Are humans truly free, or simply the result of extremely complex physical processes? Some people fear that science removes what makes humans special, but understanding how something works does not destroy its value. Knowing that love involves chemistry inside the brain does not make love any less real. Reality exists at many different levels. A song can be explained as sound waves, but to humans it is also memory and emotion. A body is made of atoms, but a life is built from experiences, choices, and the stories we create. Perhaps the universe was not born with a ready-made meaning waiting for us. But that does not mean life is meaningless. Humans, during our brief existence, have the ability to create our own purpose, love, knowledge, and meaning. One of the greatest mysteries of the universe is not hidden in distant galaxies, but inside ourselves. Consciousness. How can atoms with no thoughts combine together and create feelings, memories, imagination, and a self experiencing the world? The human brain is made of billions of neurons exchanging signals. No single cell contains an entire thought or memory. But when they connect into a massive system, something new appears: the ability to become aware of ourselves. This reveals a deep principle of nature. Complexity can emerge from simple rules. Particles create atoms, atoms create life, and life eventually creates beings capable of questioning their own origins. But if we are only a small part of cosmic history, what happens when a life ends? Science shows that our bodies and consciousness depend on physical processes. When those processes stop, our personal experience also comes to an end. This idea can make humans uncomfortable. We often desire a story that lasts forever, but it is precisely our limited time that makes every moment valuable. A beautiful song does not need to last forever to have meaning. In a universe billions of light years wide, each person exists for only an incredibly brief moment. But within that moment, we can love, explore, create, and understand the very laws that created us. Perhaps humanity's greatest mistake is searching for meaning as something that must be found somewhere out there. But meaning does not always need to be discovered. It can be something we build through our choices every day. A universe without a predetermined purpose is not an empty universe. It is an open place where each generation has the chance to write a small chapter in a story that began billions of years ago. We are temporary collections of atoms, but during that brief time, those atoms can love, ask questions, and look up at the sky to understand where they came from. Perhaps that is what makes humanity special. The big picture of reality does not tell us that we are the center of the universe. It reveals something even more remarkable. In a tiny corner of space and time, the universe created beings capable of understanding, feeling, and creating meaning for themselves.